MMA sports nutrition. Just a quick overview because there's so many things you can cover, like cutting weight, ketogenic diet, all that stuff. But just for a quick overview, first tip would be start with a foundation of whole foods, lots of leafy greens, lots of vegetables. If you can't cook or you can't cook yet and you're not aspiring to learn, you can get around it with the good old kale smoothies. I'll put a link to some smoothie recipes in the description below. Just bung them in there. If you do freeze things like kale, some of the sulforaphane, the cancer fighting nutrition in there, it does become more bioavailable. You do actually absorb more of it. And you can use some, if you want to flavour it, use a bit of stevia or raw honey. So first step, just eat healthy so your body feels healthy, your inflammation's lower. Inflammation is low, better for your body in general. Helps you with your fight IQ because inflammation does give you brain fog and can affect the blood-brain barrier, and also bad diet can affect the you've got your stomach lining as well. Also, if you do train a lot, stay away from ibuprofen, COX-2 inhibitors like ibuprofen. Bad for your kidneys, bad for your stomach lining. Your stomach lining becomes more permeable than it should be. You get all kinds of problems with inflammation. I know firsthand off that. I used to take ibuprofen a lot for headaches, kind of 10 years ago, and I'm still trying to fix my gut lining with glutamine, things like collagen and fasting. So stay away from those. Other big tip is natural anti-inflammatory foods. Inflammation's basically what you want. Inflammation for about an hour after you train, so especially if it's strength training or conditioning, so your body can adapt to the training stimulus. So don't go smashing loads of anti-inflammatories straight after you train. Give it an hour. Same with if you have an ice bath, you don't want it straight after. Give it an hour. Then you can have things like tart, cherry juice is good. People say that's GMO modified though, so if you're not into that, have some organic turmeric, some organic ginger. What else have I got here? Turmeric with some black pepper is a good one. High EPA fish oil as well if you're not vegan. There's arguments against fish oil against any animal products, but research does suggest that high EPA fish oil is like good for loads of things like even depression, your stomach, and definitely reduces inflammation. So anti-inflammatory foods, make them natural, organic if you can. Organic MSM is good too. MSM, and for mother. Next thing we say, alkaline diet. For me especially, this was a game changer. Get loads of allergies. With allergies, you get inflammation. I don't know why, but baking soda, and there is some research on this now, baking soda does reduce inflammation from allergies and other autoimmune problems. So if you get allergies, swollen sinuses, aches and pains from it, have a look at that. I have 10 grams in the morning when I'm fasting, and I try and fit in another 5-10 grams throughout the day. Try to take it with food because it can give you diarrhea. I can get to about 20 grams in one go. Anything more than that and it could give me diarrhea. So start off with 5 grams on an empty stomach and see how you get on. The other thing, adaptogens, really good alternative to kind of stimulants. Stuff like holy basil, rhodiola, rosea is awesome. Ginseng's really good one as well. It just gives you energy, clarity of mind, helps boost your immune system, helps you cope with stress. Lion's mane mushroom is good as well. That's also good because it's shown to have an effect called neurogenesis, which actually grow new brain cells. Just a bit of a caveat on that. Anything that grows new cells, say I had a brain tumour and I was taking lion's mane mushroom, that'd be bad news. But if I'm getting punched in the head every day, I'm probably going to lose brain cells. So having something like lion's mane mushroom is worth having. See, I'm slow because I've been punched in the head too many times. Soccer, actually, I had a really bad concussion from soccer. From MMA, not too bad. Next thing we'll say, look at the window before, during and after training. So before, if you're going to have caffeine, have it then. Ideally, say try and get some nutrients as your nutrient-dense foods as your pre-workout. Not just off-the-counter pre-workout supplements with loads of rubbish in them. I used them in the past myself. They are kind of tempting to use because it's easy. But banana, quite a ripe banana, nutrient-dense food with an espresso full of quite high in antioxidants and quercetin as well. It's good for your brain. Espresso and banana would be the ideal pre-workout, and it doesn't always work out like that. And then during training, People say fruit juice. I've read recently fruit juice high in fructose, which doesn't digest as easily as glucose or maltodextrin and isn't as effective for rehydration or refueling the muscles as something like glucose or maltodextrin. So it's up to you. If you want to stay whole foods kind of thing and stick with a fruit juice, by all means. I would stay away from the commercially available sports drinks because they're full of colours and artificial flavours. A lot of them are full of fructose corn syrup, which isn't good for you. And it's not that effective, as we've just discussed, with normal fructose for rehydration and refueling muscles. Make your own. Buy a bag of maltodextrin off something like My Protein or bulk powders. You want 5 grams per kind of 100 millilitres or so of water and a pinch of salt as well. Having a carbohydrate drink during your training has shown to support your immune system, stops that drop you get normally after 40 minutes or so in your immune functioning. And then after you train, some carbs again. Good time to have creatine, good time to have your protein. Have a look at alpha lipoic acid as well if you're struggling to recover and maintain intensity throughout the week. So that's your training window. That's the kind of traditional sports nutrition. You only focus on that. But get your foundation, as we said, good healthy foods. Adaptogens we've covered. And is there one more thing? I think that's it. So foundation of good food, whole foods, lots of leafy greens, alkaline based if you can. Make your own sports drink. Look at adaptogens. Targeted ketosis, another one. Keto diet's quite big in MMA. Reduces inflammation. After a day or so of no carbs, your body starts producing ketones. Your body starts using ketones as a source of energy for the brain, this thing I've barely got. Some people do really well on that, other people find it really difficult. It took me about 3 weeks to adapt to it. I did it for about a year. It got a bit expensive and inconvenient. I do intermittent fasting now. Have a look at that. Have a look at targeted ketosis, where you have no carbs except for about half an hour before you train, have about 50 grams. That'll kick you out of ketosis for a couple of hours. You'll lose the benefits, but the rest of the time you'll still have the benefits of being fat adapted and producing ketones, which have anti-inflammatory benefits. But I would say for some people genetically it's not a good idea. Ideally get genetic testing from a company like 23andMe, interpret your results. If you risk a heart attack, anything like that, don't do the ketogenic diet. Other people do brilliantly off it. It's good for depression, anxiety and all sorts in some people. So you need to get into nitty gritty. You need to look at your genetics, whether you're going to do well on it or not. Please subscribe. There should be a button there and probably one there. And visit my blog, blackbeltwhitehat.com. I'll put a link to a free sports nutrition book I've done. Covers weight cutting, things like that as well. And finally say, if you do MMA, don't be a bellend, be nice to people and give the sport a good name. Thank you.